Hey, no, that's the wrong frame. Hey, the Grinderino's here. It's time. This is the release video. It's time for the 3.5-inch freestyle frame that me and Umagod made. When I approached Umagod to make the Demibot, I was like, hey, I want to make a little micro ripper as well. And they said, let's see how well the Demibot does. And if it does well, then we can make a micro frame. Every time the Demibot goes in stock, it's out of stock a few days later. Seeing the wild popularity of the Demibot freestyle ripping FPV carbon fiber frame, we got the green light to do the micro one. This was codenamed the Nanobot or the Minibot. I wasn't sure on the name. And then somebody, I'm really sorry, I can't remember who, but somebody suggested Grinderino. And I was like, oh yeah, I thought of that idea too. That's a great idea. Let's call it that. So the Grinderino was born. I made the name up myself. This is a 3.5-inch frame made for freestyle, specifically made to mimic a 5-inch freestyle frame. My idea for this frame was basically just something that felt like a 5-inch frame that you could do all your little freestyle tricks on, but you can do it in the parking lot of Home Depot at 3 p.m. You can definitely build this to sub 250, so if you care about that arbitrary weight, you can build it under sub 250. It flies like a 5-inch and it's tough. Now, usually when I make products, I set out to make them the most durable freestyle products that I can for the price. And that gets a little stressful because everybody that breaks your shit is going to want to send you photos of it and post it on the internet and be like, look, BOTGRINDER said this is tough, but I broke it. That gets pretty stressful. So with this one, I just wanted to make something that flies well. This is just a well-flying drone that happens to be pretty freaking tough. I've been flying my tester for about 3 months now, and I've slammed into the ground and walls plenty of times, and literally nothing has broke on this frame so far. As you can see right here, like the arms chipped a little bit maybe, but nothing broke, nothing catastrophic, nothing even close to that. Like, it is a solid ass little design. I think part of that is due to the low weight. This one was 240 when I was using the G&B batteries. It's like 260 grams now when I use the Lumineers. But I think since it has such a low weight to it that you really can't break anything on it. Like, I'm sure somebody's gonna be breaking this, but it's pretty tough for a little guy. I am very pleased with how it came out. Let me read just some little specs real quick and then I'll show you how I build mine. The arms are 4 millimeters. The top, bottom, and mid plate are all 2 millimeters. The standoffs are 6 millimeter aluminum. The flight controller mounting has 20/20 and 25/25, which is basically the Whoop flight controller mounting pattern. In the back, your VTX mounting is going to be 20/20 and 30/30. The frame weight is 65 grams, and the motor mounting pattern is 12/12, as well as the Umagod Aerolite mounting pattern, which is just the 2 screws. So those are the motors that I use, the 1605s, but we'll get into that in a bit. The frame kit includes everything you need to put it together, including an Umagod battery pad and battery straps and the TPU camera mounts. Look at that, freaking sweet, even little tiny Umagod battery straps. That's the specs. Let's get to the build. I was going to narrate while I do this live, but it's so fucking hot in here. I have to run this AC and it's going to be loud in the background. So let's switch over to voiceover build mode. Grab the bag with the 4 medium-sized screws in them, do a magic trick, put one of them through your bottom plate, put that little block on that screw, then screw it into your mid plate. This is the mid plate. Now, this mid plate has a little screw that goes in the middle. As you can see here, it pops up a little bit. You may want to put a piece of tape over that or use long enough spacers in your stack so you don't short your shit out. Next, you're going to put in the first of your arms. Here's a shot of how a screwdriver looks, screwing an arm in. Put in your second arm. Do we have a shot of that? Yes, here's a shot of the screwdriver putting in a second arm. Finish all of those off and you have all 4 arms installed. Now, this is the way your press nuts should look. If they don't look like this, you did them motherfucking backwards. Don't do them backwards. Make sure they go like this. This is the holes for the 20/20 screws. If you have a 20/20 mounting stack, that's where they go. If not, don't worry about it. Grab the bag with the 4 longer standoffs and this bag of screws. Screw your long 4 standoffs into the front of the frame just like this. In the rear, you're going to go ahead and put the 2 shorter standoffs in the rear of the frame. This is how your standoff should look. When you're done with that, put on the top plate. The frame is done. Boom, it's done. Can't fly it. It's just a frame, but the frame is done. Congratulations. Look at you. You built a fucking Grinderino. Now, I'm not going to build this one up because I already have one built up. This is my tester unit. I turned the AC off and back to talking. This is my tester unit. Tommy had sent me this already with a stack inside of it and these Aerolite Umagod 1605 motors. I ended up putting HD0 VTX in it, my ELRS receiver, and this is the one that I've been flying for fucking months now. These motors may be out of stock on a site right now, but I've heard that they will be in stock soon. I wish I could tell you what all-in-one is in here, but I don't know. I think it's like a Beast or some shit like that. And then I just have the HD0 little Whoop light board in there with a whip antenna, kind of just like chilling inside the frame. Does perfectly fine. This thing has been abused though. This thing has been used and abused in the past couple months and nothing has broken. Like I said earlier, these little chips on the arm are really like the only thing that's happened so far. But the frame is completely fine. Right here is where the Demibot likes to break. break, nothing cracked at all, nothing chipped, nothing, everything, man. This is a damn good little freaking frame. And like I said earlier, I didn't make this to be the end all of ultimate indestructible micro frames. I just made this to fly good. Like ultimately, number one is that this has good flight characteristics. Number two is that it's pretty durable. But I think we nailed it. I think this is a perfect blend of durability and flight characteristics. Okay, I could talk about it all day, but you want to see this thing in action, right? Let's go to the parking lot that we're going to be testing out the GRINDERINO in. Actually, so we're here now. I had a little bit of trouble on the way here. The little wheel fender thing on the inside of my car just came off on the freeway, so I had to pull over and rip it off. Do I need to put a new one in? Is that important? Does anybody know? Bro, it is so freaking hot out here. I got my little beach casual hobo attire on. These BOTGRINDER swim trunks are baller. You can't buy them. I'm the only one that has them. So for now, I'm using these Luminaire 850 4S's only because my G&B, I love my G&Bs, they're fantastic. G&B 4S 850s, I chopped all the balance leads on them and I didn't feel like soldering a new one on. So I have these Luminaire fucking 850 4S. This is what I've been using on it. I get like 5 minutes plus flight time. It's pretty sick. You can build yours up to 6S if you want, but really, you'll see 4S is plenty for these. I maybe should have not dumped water on myself like right before I put my goggles on. A whoopsie. All right, here we go. We're gonna take off right in Graham's face. Am I gonna hit you if I take off? I don't wanna hit you. All right, here we go. GRINDERINO, I got some bent props on this one. Anyway, here, all I really wanna show you is how this flies, dude. It's like, this will fly like a 5-inch if you want it to fly like a 5-inch. You can do pretty much anything on this that you can do on a 5-inch quad, except it's a bit lighter, you know what I'm saying? Here, watch this juicy flick, boom, bitch, juicy. Well, that was kind of a shitty one, but that was my fault, not the quads. Here, we'll do one over this fence. We'll do a sweet ass juicy flick over there, up top, inverted yaw, whatever the hell you want to do. Let's go through this little thing. Let's take advantage of the micro size and do some micro fucking stuff. I thought that fence would be open. This one should be though. It's so much easier to hit gaps with a teeny tiny little quad. You can fucking do power loops. You can do rolls. This is basically a 5-inch quad and a 3-inch quad, a 3.5-inch quads package. It flies, oh, that was the shittiest, okay, cancel that, don't look at that inverted yaw spin. But basically what I'm trying to say is you can fly this however you can fly your 5-inch, but places where a 5-inch might be too much, you know what I mean? Oh, I hit it right into the fucking wall. So I kind of smacked the shit out of that wall. Whoops, that's not what I was trying to do, but let's see. Any damage to this thing? Nope. It looks just freaking fine. No arms have broken. Everything looks good there. Looks good there. The back, yeah. This thing, little guy can definitely take a hit. And you know what? I'm using these Umagod 1605 Aerolite motors. Man, pretty good. I've crashed this a lot, and I've yet to break this. This is the only set of these motors that I have. All right, so that's how the GRINDERINO flies. So I'm sorry I crashed a bunch. I'm high on drugs or something.
I wish I was high on pot news.
Hey, fucking rips, man. It's a little goddamn ripper. It is too damn hot out here. I'm hanging out with the homies and it's really nice, but I'm dying. It's too hot. I need water and all kinds of like cold things. So let's go home and we'll talk about the GRINDERINO some more. I can sell it to you. Well, as you can see, this thing is an absolute little beast. Thank you so much to everybody at Umagod, especially Jaden, that worked on this project. You made possibly the sickest 3.5-inch quad I've ever seen or flown. This thing is just such a little badass. Like, for real, I set out, like I said, my goal was to make A little 3.5-inch drone that you can fly anywhere without really bothering anybody, but feels like a 5-inch. And this is it. You can take this anywhere and rip it, and you're gonna have a good time like you're flying a 5-inch. The only difference in a 5-inch being, since you can build this up sub 250, is that it's gonna feel maybe a little bit floatier than a 5-inch does, but that's nothing you can't change with a little bit of PID tuning. I just run this thing on stock Betaflight. So if you'd like one, you can head on over to umagod.com. There's a link in the description. Pick yourself up a Grinderino. They're selling for $44.95. There are replacement parts available, but this is just an amazing little platform to rip. Like I said, it fits DJI 03, HD0, analog, walk snail, anything you want to put in this, it'll fit. So it doesn't matter what video system you have, you can use the Grinderino. Speaking of Grinderinos, I wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for my patrons, and I love to say thank you to my top tier patrons every single video. So thank you, Billy Hackett, Boris the German, Don't Comply with Remote ID, Flight Tribe Magazine, J-Rod FPV, Marcella FPV, Patty Cakes, Rick James, Rupert FPV, RT McKinney, Stompy FPV, Trent, TTFPV, Twan Solo, Volatronics, Weebleed FPV, WOM, and Wolf FPV. Thank you very, very much for being my top tier patrons, y'all. If you would like to become a patron and get all kinds of bonuses like being able to get the Grinderino first, watching all my videos first, stickers in the mail every single week, and live stream hosting privileges, go to that link. And one more time, thank you very much, Umagod, Jaden, and everybody for making this amazing frame. I can't wait for it to get into the hands of all of y'all. Definitely hit me up, just like the Demibot. If you're going to paint this thing and build it up and make it look super sick, tag me on Instagram, tag me on Threads. I'm on Threads now. Post it up in the Discord room. There's a little Grinderino room in there now. I want to see what y'all do. I want to see what y'all build with this. I want to see the 3D prints that everybody comes up with. I'm really excited. I think we just entered a new era of 3.5-inch ripping, and the Grinderino is going to lead the way. Fuck remote ID. Fuck all that bullshit. Build your sub 250 recreational Grinderinos and go fucking shred. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching this video. I promise next time will be better. Bye.